Hi everyone, I'm Kev and welcome to this week's Draw Along. Beginning this week, I'm going to start a series of videos looking at how to draw the human anatomy for comics more in depth. This week we'll start by looking at drawing the head from a face-on position. However, before we get into that, I just want to share Highland G's He-Man drawing from last week's Draw Along. Cheers for sending this in, Highland G, you've done a brilliant job. If you draw along to any of these videos, please send them to me or the Nerd Herd on Instagram at Kev's Draw Along or at the Nerd Herd Comic Book Club. Thanks again for your entry, Highland G, and now on with the video. So, this week we are going to draw a masculine and feminine head from a face-on position. For the purposes of this exercise, I have chosen Krypton's last son and daughter to be our face models, as we are drawing more heroic characters. Before we get to the draw along part of the video, I just want to point out the dimensions of the head and face. On both characters, the eyes sit roughly halfway down the head. The nose is about halfway between the eye line and the chin, and the mouth is about halfway between the nose and the chin. The head width should be roughly five eyes across, so that's 5 of the character's eyes, and the starting point at the top of the ear rests on the eye line and the bottom of the ear is roughly in line with the nose. Okay, let's start with the drawing. So I start with a circle for like the cranium, and then I go in with my lines for the head, for the chin, sorry. And here are my guidelines I'm putting in now. Traditionally, the eye line is usually, in school they'll teach you it's about halfway down the head. I have it just a little bit above halfway. As you can see, the ears sit on the eye line, the base of the ear, top of the ear sits on the eye line. And then we go in with the rest of the parts. The eyes are about an eye width apart as well, as you may have seen on the additional clip. That's the thing as well. So to see the line I drew at the top of the head, between the eye line and the top of the skull, this is where the hairline is going to roughly go. My eyes were a little too high up, so I brought them down a bit as well. For the nose, I use a kind of, I find noses tend to be quite difficult to draw, so for the nose we got like a little kind of U type shape. So in with the hairline now. So yeah, as you can see, I've started it from that line. Yeah, I was gonna go with kind of Superman, but the more I look at this character, I think he looks more like Bruce Wayne rather than Superman. Just adding little lines here and there. Also adding that little bit of shadow. So as I said before in other videos, anything that's kind of underneath is darker. So I mean anything like underneath is darker. Now on to our female character. Oh, back to that previous video. As you can see, I rounded off his jaw a little so it wasn't so blocky. So it was a little bit more realistic. Same again with the female feminine head. Same eye width apart, same position for nose, mouth, ears. When drawing female characters, it's important to remember we don't want to use harsh lines. We want to keep everything smooth. So as we got here, we got a smoother jawline for our character. I've drawn this little circle here for the nose, so I know where the tip of her nose is as well. That's just to give kind of a prettier nose for my character. on with the lips. So difference between males and female characters, you tend to draw the lips for a female character and make them kind of more predominant, whereas with male characters you won't. Maybe draw the bottom lip protruding a bit, but not so much. Going in with cheekbones as well, and again the hairline is that roughly halfway between the eyes and the top of the skull. Add some shading to that top lip because I always think the shading looks quite good and it makes the lips look a bit more three-dimensional. Like that top lip is protruding forward, so there's shadow underneath it. Okay, there we go. How to draw the head from a face-on position. This picture here, I've just tidied it up so it looks a bit better and we can see it in colour as well. But if you do draw along, please send them across to me. You don't have to have it like this, just do a pencil drawing, that'll be brilliant. Send it either to myself or the Nerd Herd. Details at the end of the video. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like or a comment and share this video with others. Also, if you like nerdy content, subscribe to the Nerd Herd channel for all your geeky goodness. So next week we'll be continuing this anatomy series, and it will be going along with the book the boys have read for the comic book club. So until next time, keep drawing. Bye bye. Right, before I go, I just want to point out I have comics for sale. We got the Last Line here, special edition. Oh, this isn't the special edition copy. There's a special edition copy, but we got the Last Line here, special edition issue 1. Got issue 2 here, and issue 3 as well. If you like Vikings and fantasy, these are the comics for you, and issue 4 is on its way. Also, we have The Dark Emissary, written by Nigel Trotman and drawn by myself. This is the first issue. There is more on the way of this as well. Think Spawn meets John Wick. Martial arts goodness as well. If you're into martial arts, this is the book for you. But yeah, if you're interested in buying any of these books, hit me up on the details on the end card now. Right, bye everyone. Bye.